another video. I know it's been a minute since we've last spoken. Just to kind of let you guys in on some things. If you might have saw in the opening clip on the video, me and my wife are expecting our first child in February. So huge blessings for that, man. I'm so excited, so blessed to even be able to do things like that in life. So that's taken a lot of priority, and obviously these cars, they're fun, they're projects, but when it comes to family, they're not really a priority. So that's been the big major delay as to why there hasn't been a lot of content uploaded, a lot of stuff really being done on the Z. But we did pick it up from Alejandro's shop. He pretty much welded everything up. We are missing a couple of little things that we need to finish up fabricating. But yeah, overall, we're there. You know, we're pushing forward. There's a lot of little things that we got to figure out, just because this kit, yes, it was for a 370Z, and this is a 3.7 motor, but it's a 350Z chassis, and there's different things that we're, you know, making work. And you know, this radiator from like a 1980 Dodge some shit, I don't know, but you know, it's efficient, it's big, it's for what I need. So we had to make a lot of things work, but like I said, we're making progress. I wanted to get back on, you know, YouTube recording, because I do enjoy it a lot, especially sharing it with you guys. Maybe you guys learned something, maybe I learned something. But yeah, so let's get into the video. We'll go over the process of the car, see where, you know, what stage it's at and what we need to do. And yeah, let's get it. All right, guys, so let me give you a quick little rundown of everything, right? So the kit is pretty much 80% there, right? This cold side over here, all good, made everything fit, perfect. Intercooler is mounted, bolted in, chilling. Radiator mounted, bolted in, chilling. So we're good there on those two units. I got to figure out the coolant hose, because this is kind of my own fault, but it is what it is. When I ordered this radiator, this is a tremendo malanga, and if you don't know what tremendo malanga means, is that this shit is fucking huge.
Stop it. Get some help.
It's not your standard coolant hose size, which who knows what a standard coolant size is. I mean, who knows, right? So what I'm trying to go figure out is a hose that comes from the thermostat that's normal sized, that then gets bigger to this size. So I got to figure that out. I'm actually going to go to Auto Parts now and see what I can come up with. The top radiator hose, for some reason, this one is smaller than that one. So this one I've already been able to make one of the coolant hoses that I bought work. So we're good on the top. And then here I have, I don't know if I've showed you guys, but I have this same water neck, but it's modified to pretty much be relocated to go to the other side. So now once we bolt this up, it'll pretty much move the coolant hose this way, and then the upper hose will be done. So just got to figure out the bottom hose. Not a big deal. We'll figure something out there. Now moving on, we got the turbo is mounted, right? So there's these two brackets that Alejandro did, one here and one here. That's pretty much holding the T4 flange in place, right? So it's Gucci. It clears on all sizes. The drains are accessible. Good. Now, if you look back here, this pipe is where we've cut, and we've had to make an extension due to the fact that it's a 350Z chassis, right? So now this pipe is gonna run down here. I don't know if you guys can see it. That pipe right there. So we have to make that pipe from there come all the way here, and we're gonna put a V-band in between here so that it's easier to take off, right? Because if I take this V-band off and I unbolt these two brackets, I'm able to just pull the whole turbo out, and that just makes life 10 times easier. So that's where we're at for now. I do have the piece kind of tacked. So this is like the original, and it's tacked up, and it's gonna go to here, and then this is the V-band flange for the back of the turbo and for the back of or for the front of this pipe. So we got that already made, chilling. This is gonna be the up pipe coming from the turbo out the hood, and then this is another cold side pipe coming from the turbo, but that has to get completely redone, because as you can see, the cold side is pretty much aiming right towards the frame rail. So I'm gonna need it to come down and then whoop around and connect right here. So again, nothing crazy fab wise, just need that pipe made, need that cold side pipe made, and then pretty much the kit is 100% completed. Now on fabrication stuff, I am gonna need a mount for the oil cooler. So Miguel gave me this one that he bought for his Z and never used it. It's a seat trab, whatever you want to call it, but it's bigger than what I had. Pause.
Stop it. Get some help.
So we're gonna get this mounted when we take it to Fab as well. I don't know, maybe like under the headlight or somewhere where we can fit it and it's not like in the way. So that's pretty much the next step with that. I gotta finish up plumbing the turbo. The drain should be good. I gotta figure out the feed. I know everybody says it's like 1/8 BSPT. I gotta kind of figure that out. He did give me an adapter that should work, but it doesn't screw into there. So I'm wondering if there was an adapter going to the pan, and then the pan, the little adapter then connected to the piece that I have. So I gotta figure that all out. But again, that's nothing major. I gotta put plugs in it, and what else? I think that's it. I mean, there's a long list of shit, to be honest. I gotta put the fan shroud and the fan. I gotta wire the fan in. So there's work to be done. Nothing major, but I'm happy at least, you know, I have it here at my house and we can, you know, knock things off the list little by little. So let's get into it. Today, what I'm gonna be doing is, like I said, I'm gonna try to figure out that coolant hose. I gotta put the sandwich plate back on, get that all done, tightened up, and then yeah, we'll just keep knocking things out little by little. So let's get it.
Approximately 10 hours later.
All right, so might not look like we got a lot done, but we're making steps in the right direction. So I got a lower radiator hose. This shit is fucking huge. We just wanted to get that out of the way. It was annoying. Had to go back to O'Reilly's like 3 or 4 times. So we got that dialed in. But anyway, finished up. Now that we are not running power steering, we have all of the tensioner and all that bracket stuff out of the way. So we had to use spacers on these bolts that bolt into the timing cover, because obviously those spacers are making up for what the bracket was doing essentially. So that's all done there. I ordered the belt and the manual tensioner. I think I said that already, but that's on the way. Oh, underneath the car. So we got the return all done up. This is where the return line from the turbo is going to go. And then as you guys can see, I do not have my sandwich plate on. I planned on putting it on this video, but when I went to like mock it, I tried to see where everything was going to line up, because I am making 2 AN lines that are going to go from that sandwich plate to the oil cooler. And since I don't have any fittings or anything like that, I didn't want to solidify that just in case I needed to move it and take it off. So I decided to wait till I get like one of those make your own AN kits or whatever, so that I can figure out exactly where everything's gonna need to be. So that's that. Now on to the third thing that I have for this video is the fan. Don't mind the wire nuts, they're just there to test. Pretty sure I wired it correctly. I just want to test it before I make all the wires look nice. So this battery is extremely dead. Gonna throw the jumper on, plug in the fan, turn the ignition, and on ignition, with the way this car is set up, it should turn the fan on. So let's see. All right guys, let's turn the power on. Let's see if we hear a fan. Oh shit, sounds like someone's PC just turned on. All right, perfect. Let's get the good shut off. All right, so time to get the wires looking nice, and then probably, oh, I gotta work on mounting the fan to the shroud because there's no provisions. So I'll probably do that after I finish up the wiring. At least make the holes, and then maybe mount it up and get everything in on the next video. But let's see. All right guys, so got the fan mounted. It's not like 100% secure. I'm missing one bolt, but roughly. We got the wire all done up. Heat shrunk the connectors. Gonna just tape it up, make it look better. And let me just test fit this in the car. It's pretty solid. So let's hold that thought. Damn, the shit fits fire. Better than I expected, to be real with you. So that looks solid there, man. Solid AF. Nice. plenty of room. Looks gas, son. Gas. All right, well, now we know where it sits. We got to get everything secured, but let's go ahead and close this video out. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you're excited, because I know I am. It's about time to get this thing done, and can't wait. Like, we're close, you know. Little by little, we're gonna get everything done, and before you know it, this car will be on the dyno and on the streets, you feel me? But yeah, man, I'm hyped. We got a lot done today. I know it may not look like a lot, but definitely knock some things off the list. So stay tuned for the next video. We're gonna hop right back on this, show you guys kind of the process of everything else we got left to do. So stay tuned, like, comment, and subscribe. See you in the next one. Peace out.